In the following interview, Succession Link account manager Diana Cabrices interviews Gary Gilbert from Capital Financial Services on the sale of $20 million in assets under management.
Wanted to start off by saying congratulations, Gary, on your success on the platform, and thank you for sharing your story with us for others in the community. Could you tell me a little bit about how you found out about Succession Link?
Well, I was visiting with another representative with our current broker-dealer, and we talked about selling a practice, and he mentioned Succession Link and went from there.
Excellent. So it was then brought up to you by your broker-dealer?
No, another representative that's with the same broker-dealer.
Okay, understood.
I've been a friend of his. But anyway, he mentioned Succession Link. He said, if you really want to sell, get together with them.
Great. So that kind of ties into my next question. What was your experience like from the time you created your account up until you were successfully acquired?
Towards the end of March, I had 3 hits, each one with a different broker-dealer. After conversations with each one, finding the value of my business was about the same, and each one was with a different broker-dealer. And we both made 2 visits to my office for an interview, and my wife was here at the time. We made a decision to go with the current buyer that we have. We had an additional interview at a neutral site, and then I've also visited his office.
And now, if I can recall, Gary, did you sign up back in January?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, so you really weren't on the platform for too long before you found the right candidate to purchase your business.
Right. I had, several phone calls that I just didn't feel were the right fit, and we never pursued.
You mentioned March, so that was when you first engaged with the eventual buyer?
Right. March 26th was my original contact.
And is this person in the same broker-dealer as you?
No. All 3 of the buyers that I talked to were with different broker-dealers. So it would have been a change of one broker-dealer no matter who I chose as a buyer. But the reason I chose this one was that he was interested in both my finance and my health insurance business. The other 2 wanted the finance side of it only. So anyway, I chose him and sounded like it was going to be a really good fit. We should be signing the papers this week with a down payment and a 3-year payout.
Yep, and that was also leading into my next question about deal terms. But first, could you hone in a little bit on getting approved with the broker-dealer, how that process has been for you?
We're going with LPL, who's the largest broker-dealer out there. They have a transition team that's been very helpful. Had conversations, paperwork that's needed to be filled out. Right now, we just need to put a date on the final document, and I got an email this morning that I'm approved, so everything's going forward.
Excellent. What's been the biggest surprise for you during the negotiation process with the buyer?
And every broker-dealer has different menus of options for alternatives, and some of them do not do alternatives. And my practice, I had a lot of alternative investments, so I found out that not all broker-dealers have the options that I've had with Capital Financial to do a lot of alternative investments.
And has that been challenging for you, or what's going to happen with your accounts there?
Well, I think that, we're going to be able to transition the accounts to the new broker-dealer, and the other 2, would not probably have been able to hold them all. And we may not be able to hold 100% of the accounts, but they're going to get all transferred over. So a new buyer will be the agent of record on these accounts.
Now, going back to the terms of the deal, what exactly were the terms of the deal, Gary?
All 3 were willing to put $25,000 down, and then the payout is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to continue to work, with them probably into 2019, so it isn't going to be a sign and leave. If all the accounts get transferred over and things go well, the payout's going to get larger. So
you're basing the payouts then on the accounts that are being transferred over, is that correct?
Yeah, I'm going to get a fixed amount for the next 3 years, but if everything goes well and they generate a lot of new revenue, the payouts will get larger.
Now, when you're finished at the end of 2019, what do you plan on doing with your free time?
Well, I'll be 77 years old. We plan to travel and play some golf and spend some time with our grandkids.
Wonderful. That sounds like a great plan. I know you're very much looking forward to that. Let's talk about some advice, Gary, because there are listeners right now who maybe are, contemplating joining the platform, listing their business for sale, may have some doubts. So, what piece of advice would you give to other advisors that are where you were before you joined the Succession Link community?
Well, once you post your practice for sale, and then you get many different hits. Many days I'd get more than 3 and review each one of the practices from the prospective buyers, then if you decided to contact them, I would do that. But I would say your formula has been working really well, as far as getting people that are interested in looking to buy. I got 3 hits again today. I'm not opening them up anymore because I've, got a deal put together.
Absolutely. I've actually got it set up to send replies on your behalf, just letting everybody know that you are moving forward with another candidate. But yeah, those hits will keep coming. Your listing was very popular, and you're right. There's a lot of opportunity on the website. And until we really move that listing over to sold, the door's still a little bit open. Now, what got you to take action to joining the platform? I mean, aside from the representative at the broker-dealer giving you the information on us, was it just, you were ready to take that next step?
Well, we were ready to take the next step, and we had actually worked with another group. I don't know if you want to mention their name or not, but he was not able to come up with any buyers, and they're a nationwide company. They did have one buyer here that came in with a lowball offer, and we turned that down. But we were ready to move on, and we went with you from the referral that I had, and I've been very pleased with the outcome and the number of people that have looked at my practice and found that it's attractive.
Absolutely. And we certainly love hearing that. Now, going back a little on the competition, were they only sending you leads that were inside of your broker-dealer?
I only had one that was inside with the broker-dealer. The rest were all outside, probably with the same broker-dealers that I was talking to, the guys that came through, Succession Link.
Okay. What tip would you give to sellers based on your experience on the platform?
Highly recommend your platform because it puts your practice out in front of a lot of different people who are potential buyers, and not everything's going to be a right fit. But when you get multiple hits, you certainly have a choice of, who you want to deal with and who might be a good fit.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with you.
One-on-one interview to, once you move to the next step, to somebody you're going to continue to work with, somebody you're going to feel comfortable with, and somebody that you feel is going to do a good job with your clients, and also someone's going to become our financial advisor.
Absolutely. I think just having so many options, sort of as you as a seller, gives you a little bit more leverage and, room to decide, okay, I like this candidate or I don't like this candidate. So I think that's a powerful part of our platform. Now, I just want to say, Gary, thanks so much for sharing your story with us. We wish you all the best as you lead into your retirement at the end of 2019. And again, for sharing your story for everyone else to hear. It really was a pleasure working with you, and we hope to see you again sometime soon.